Basketball is back, so we get to talk game one of the NBA Finals, Celtics versus the Mavericks. Obviously, I'm super excited just because basketball is back, but also my Celtics are in the NBA Finals. You guys see the hat every single video. I'm not going to let my bias get into this, but it is interesting to see the media. You know, the media is almost choosing the Mavericks at this point just because they did have a really tough road to get to the NBA Finals and then kind of like wax the Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. That surprised the league. They look really, really good. They got obviously a ton of star power. Their benches look good. Their shootings look good. Their defense has looked good, which is they're very surprising for everyone as well. But the Celtics, you know, they had a very easy road through the Eastern Conference, a lot of injuries, but I don't want to knock them for that. You know, they didn't pick their road. They didn't pick the injuries that happened, and they looked good, obviously only losing 2 games. So hopefully we get a great series, but obviously, you know, we got a ton of good guys to look at in terms of player props. The spread on this game, I'm going to give my lean on the series in general. I think you guys might, you know, have an idea where I'm going with this one. But yeah, ultimately going to bring you guys a PrizePicks play because we got a free square on PrizePicks. Jason Tatum just needs 1 point to cash that free square. Obviously, that is going to happen. And yeah, hopefully we can make some money off of that. I'm also going to talk about some other props. It's not just going to be PrizePicks exclusive, but we will be building a PrizePicks slip to take advantage of that discount. But if you're new around here, definitely go ahead and subscribe. Leave the video a like, comment something down below, and the comment can obviously be who you got winning the series, or maybe just game one, maybe game one and the series. Just give me your thoughts on this game. I know, again, a lot of people picking the Mavericks, you know, as the Celtics were kind of dominant throughout the season. It surprises me. I'm not mad about it. Sometimes the Celtics are a little bit better when they are underdogs or whatever you might be. But again, we got great basketball to look forward to, and I think everyone watching is going to have a lot of fun. So yeah, do all that good stuff. Let's see who do you have winning this game? Who do you have winning the series, and why? Go in depth with it. I want to get crazy with it, and I'll be reading all of them. So yeah, super excited about it. Let's just get right into it. All right, so let's jump into the desktop screen here. We got PrizePicks pulled up, and we got Jason Tatum 0.5 points. It's a free square for everyone to use, new players, existing players. If you're new to PrizePicks, though, check out my link in the description down below, and you're just going to bring you right to PrizePicks. You can sign up. You're going to get a 100% deposit match, and you're going to get free month on my Discord. If you don't know how to use the link or whatever, just go to PrizePicks and use code RichPicks when signing up. Again, free month on my Discord, and you're going to get a 100% deposit match. You can't really beat that. PrizePicks is freaking awesome. They have dunk lines, fantasy score lines, stuff like that not a lot of other books have or DFS platforms have or whatever. And yeah, they're a lot of fun. Obviously, a lot of you know PrizePicks. But let's get into the play here. 0.5 points for Jason Tatum. He's also like this star, which is they've been doing boosts throughout the playoffs. So it's a 10% boost on top of that. So that's awesome. And because of this boost, I don't mind taking a goblin here. And it's going to be our first play of the video. And I'm going to Kristaps Porzingis. I think a lot of people are scared of this guy. I was kind of iffy on this guy as well. But I just watched a interview with him. Look up Kristaps Porzingis. 100%. Just he comes up with an interview. Someone asked him, "Hey, you 100%?" And this guy is all smiles. It's almost like they're playing a mind game with like the Mavericks or the media or whatever it might be. But he looks ready to go. He looks like he's probably been ready to go for a while, and that excites me as a Celtics fan. But how about 1.5 3-pointers made as a goblin for Porzingis? Hey, this is usually 20 for $60 for a 3x on a normal play. Now we're including a goblin play, and it's 20 for 55. That's not bad at all. So with this little 10% boost right here, we are getting a decent value here on this goblin play, which I don't mind at all. So let's take a look at Porzingis. Obviously 1.5 3-pointers made. This is a data app called Outlier. I use it every single day, every single video. You guys see me use it all the time. Check out the link in the description if you want to try it out for a free week. No harm, no foul. If you don't like it, just go ahead and cancel for no charge. But I think you will like it, and you're going to see why. And yeah, let's just check it out. Porzingis. How about 61% of the year he's gone over this 1.53 mark? They're also at home where he gets a really big boost. He loves playing in Boston. He's all smiles around here. And 70%, 21 of 30 games so far this year, he's gone over this mark. So automatically, I'm loving what I'm seeing. He's projected for 29 minutes tonight, and guess what? That's exactly where he's been for the season in terms of his minutes. Now, do I think he might play, 25 minutes potentially? Less than that, maybe. But again, just go watch that interview. He looks like he is ready to go. And if you're playing in the finals game, you better be ready to go. Because, yeah, there's not a whole lot of stuff you can mess around with there. So I think Porzingis is ready. Let's take a look at the head-to-head because he did play these guys one game earlier in the season. This was after the trade as well. So that was with Gafford and Lively and all those guys. he had 4 3-pointers, which I love to see against this Mavericks team, and he shot 8 of them. So he shot 4 of 8. He just needs to shoot 25%, and that's something that, a 40% three-point shooter can usually do. So hopefully he comes in here. He's excited to play. He's probably been itching to play. Porzingis just needs to knock down 2 threes for us. He's got good history against this team. The Mavericks also give up a ton of threes to centers, ranked 27th ranked in terms of three-pointers made allowed to centers. That's throughout the whole season. I didn't honestly look in depth of it like the past 6 weeks or in the playoffs or anything like that. But, with the Lively, with the Gafford, they're going to have to come out to three-pointers, and Porzingis is going to make them pay. It's going to be interesting to see how much Gafford and Lively play, because the Mavericks defense relies a lot about leaving someone open, usually on the three-point line, or, a Gobert or something like that. They can't do that with this Celtics team. Everyone can shoot. So Porzingis just needs 2 threes. Let's see the odds over here on Odds Jam. Again, check it out, free week down below. It shows you a ton of different data here. This is all different sportsbooks, shows you market value, and gives you a nice average sportsbooks odds. So this is minus 155, heavily juiced on the over. You see minus 178 on parlay play, minus 160 on Pinnacle, minus 148, minus 162. All these books have this juiced on the over. And again, I know a lot of people are iffy about Porzingis, but if you are, just look up that video. Kristaps Porzingis, are you 100%? It comes right up, and he's all smiles. So that's going to be our first play, and nice little combo here with Jason Tatum. Obviously, that's a free square. But yeah, 20 for 55 right off the bat. That's not too shabby. And I just remembered you can actually put up to $25 on this Tatum free square. You can break it up into $5 plays if you want to do that. But yeah, $25 limit. That's not bad at all. And don't worry, I have some Mavericks plays in this, but I think it's nice to go to the next play because it kind of correlates pretty well with Porzingis. 4.5 assists for Drew Holiday. There's a couple reasons why I ended up landing on Drew Holiday here. I was really kind of looking at Jaylen Brown. I'll show you his points and assists at 25.5. Where's that right here? I think that's a solid play, maybe a lean in this scenario. But I ended up realizing that Drew kind of makes more sense. If Jalen's scoring a lot, maybe Porzingis isn't shooting a lot, it makes a little bit more sense in terms of correlation to go to Drew here. And it also is looking really good. So let's go to Drew's outlier page here, 4.5 assists. This is games with Porzingis, 55% hit rate. Obviously, the end of the year, the Celtics were up by like 10 games in the Eastern Conference. They didn't really have to do much the last 10 game or so of the season. But mid-season, pretty good hit rate here. And now they're at home where Porzingis shoots a lot better. I really like that combination here. Now, in terms of the head-to-head, the Dallas Mavericks do give up a decent amount of assists. This is for the full season, again, but 22nd in terms of overall assists to point guards and shooting guards. They're around 20th ranked if you add these together. Whether he's playing point guard next to Derek White or shooting guard, you can decide on that. But yeah, looking really good here. In terms of the head-to-head, he did play these Mavericks already. Let's go to head-to-head here. And both over 6 assists, 7 assists. The most recent one with Gafford, one with Lively. He had 7 assists in that game, which I love to see. It was a 138-110 victory for the Celtics, but he only played 26 minutes. So 7 assists in 26 minutes. That's looking really good as well. So I didn't just finish there, though. I wanted to continue diving into this play. I looked at his assists for Porzingis. This is all the Porzingis assists. Tatum, Derek White, Brown, and then Drew Holiday is the number 4 guy in terms of assisting Porzingis. But if you look at the three-pointers, Jason Tatum's up at 30 here, which is, okay, that's good, but Tatum's up at 5.5. Derek White's up there at 5.0, but his three-pointers is only at 19 in terms of assists to three-pointers. Then you got Jaylen Brown. It's kind of why I started thinking Jaylen Brown, 25.5 points and assists. But I really landed on Drew Holiday because of this. So, he assists him well on the three-point line, and it's also one of the most favored plays on DG Fantasy, which is just putting in PrizePicks. Here's the NBA, and here's the market value. This is the best plays you can throw out there. So Lively under blocks and steals, Luka over blocks and steals, Horford under points and rebounds. That scares me just because the Mavericks do tend to leave a guy open. It might end up being Horford when he's on the floor. And Horford obviously can go 0 for 10 shooting threes, or he can go 6 for 10. You never know. And then Drew Holiday, 4.5 assists right here, 53.06% chance to hit. All these books favoring it, minus 128, minus 130 across the board pretty much. So it is all kind of lining up to where Porzingis and Drew Holiday looking like a really good correlated slip here. And Drew Holiday by itself, 4.5 assists, looking really solid as well. So if you want to check out DG Fantasy, it's an awesome freaking tool. Again, I've got the NBA plugged in here, but you can do any type of sport if you wanted to. PGA, NHL, Counter-Strike, all these different types of things, and it's integrated here. So, if you just click refresh, this is going to be the plays on PrizePicks right now, and you'll be able to see the market value, which is awesome. If you sign up for DG Fantasy, my link is in the description. You're also going to get a free month of my Discord again, so just DM me if you do that. again, you can DG Fantasy is freaking awesome. 25% off your first month. But yeah, those are the first 3 plays. Now let's talk a Maverick. But before we talk about that Maverick, I do want to say, if you're at this point in the video, do me a favor, like the video, comment something down below. Who do you think's winning this series? Who do you think's winning this game? And also, I think you'd have a lot of fun in our Discord. So check it out. The link is in the description. It's a Dub Club link. Just click the Dub Club link, sign up through there, and then you can link your Dub Club account to your Discord account. That's what's going to give you access to all this. But yeah, we have a lot of fun here talking props, talking plays, talking all different types of sports too. We don't just talk NBA. We don't just talk MLB. We don't just talk NFL. We do talk about all that stuff, but also like Counter-Strike, soccer. Anytime there's value, we're going to be attacking it. And again, we have a lot of fun in here, a lot of laughs. It's just a bunch of guys in here who are trying to make money, sports betting, having a lot of fun, doing something they love to do. So we all know we're not going to win every single day. There's going to be cold streaks. There's going to be hot streaks, which is always fun. But yeah, I think you'd have a lot of fun in here. So again, link in the description for that if you want to check it out. It's a Dub Club link. But again, like I've mentioned multiple times, there's plenty of ways to get in here for free. That is to sign up for PrizePicks, Underdog, Chalkboard, Sleeper, or Dabble. They're all my favorite DFS platforms. It's a win-win too. You're going to get 100% deposit matches when you sign up using my code. And again, you're going to get a free month. It kicks back a little bit my way, so that's how I give it back to you, giving you guys a free month. They also have a lot of discounts and stuff, which is what we're always talking about in the Discord. I think Underdog's going to give a discount. I wouldn't be surprised if Chalkboard gives a discount for the NBA Finals today. They're always ripping out discounts, and that's when you want to be attacking the different platforms. DG Fantasy is the other tool I talked about right here. If you want to check out this tool, again, 25% off your first month, but it also is going to equate to a free month of the Discord. So just DM me, say, hey, I used one of your codes. How do I get in here? And I can help you out anytime. So yeah, check us out. We'd love to have you. All right, so then for our final play, it's going to be on the Mavericks side of things, and I'm going to go to PJ Washington. Now, I will say, there's a play I want to go to specifically, and it's not showing up on PrizePicks right now, and it's a rebound line. 5.5 rebounds. They're not giving it to me. They're giving me 4.5 for a Goblin. They're giving me 6.5 for a Demon. If you wanted to just take a more, for sure bet, there's no such thing as a for sure bet, but this 4.5 rebounds line is looking really, really good. If you want to just put this as a 4-man, I mean, that looks pretty solid, correlates pretty well. Obviously, anything can happen, but hey, 25 for 165, that's a pretty solid payout. 4.5 rebounds looks incredible for PJ Washington. We'll take a look at that in a second, but if it gets to 5.5, if they finally give us a 5.5 line, I would take that in a second. It is available on Underdog, which I'll probably be playing over on Underdog. 3-mans on Underdog or 6x. If you want to check out Underdog, use my link in the description. It's an awesome tool. They have live lines and all different sorts of things. But yeah, I wish they had it. It's a fixed payout system just like PrizePicks, so sometimes they don't have the same lines, but they should have it up on PrizePicks. But instead, 4.5 rebounds looking incredible. If you want to go to a normal payout, though, 25 for 165 using 2 Goblins here. But if you want to just use a normal 18.5 PRA for PJ Washington, I don't mind that as well. 25 for 220. The only kind of skeptical thing here for me is I don't love PJ's scoring capabilities. Maybe this is coming from a Celtics fan, but the Celtics defend the corner 3 better than anyone in the league. PJ Washington gets a lot of his points from the corner 3s. I will say, on top of saying that, he did score pretty well against the Celtics in their one matchup this year. So we're going to take a look at both these lines. Again, if a little bit more for sure thing would be a 4.5 rebounds line. Not for sure, that's the wrong word, but a little bit better chance, I guess. And then if you want to go a little bit more risky, but still really good, 18.5 PRA. Let's take a look at both of them here. His normal line's 5.5. This is a Goblin on PrizePicks at 4.5. How about an 86% hit rate playing with Luka? So this is all in the Mavericks. 86% hit rate. This is like 24 of the last 25 games. That's insane. This is against a tough rebounding team, huge team in the Minnesota Timberwolves. Celtics also a pretty good rebounding team, but I don't think anyone's as good as the Timberwolves, and he was able to get it there. He's getting like 40 minutes a night. If you want to look at his minutes, I mean, they've just been crazy. Obviously, 40-plus minutes pretty much every single night in the playoffs. He's going to get the time. So this 4.5 rebounds line looking incredible. If you want to look at his PRA, though, 18.5 PRA, also looking pretty good. If playing games with Luka, so on the Mavericks, 57% of games he's gone over this. A lot of these games in the playoffs, obviously against OKC, he was able to have some crazy games. He had that 29-point explosion. He had the 27-point game right after that. And then a little bit hit or miss against the Timberwolves. The Celtics, again, really good at defending 3. Scares me a little bit on the PRA. But in terms of his best line on PrizePicks right now, on a fixed payout website, it is this 18.5. And we can take a look at that using the market value tool on DG Fantasy. So PJ Washington right here, they're giving it a 52.6% chance to hit. Why is that? you see the sports books all favoring the over. If you were to take this on a sports book, they'd pay you out less if you chose to take the over rather than taking the under. So again, pretty solid here for PJ Washington. If you want to look at that a different way, minus 124 is the average sportsbook odds of this line at 18.5 as opposed to minus 110 on the under. Again, sportsbook's just going to pay you out a little bit less if you take the over than if you take the under. They're just saying they think it's going to happen a little bit more likely. But yeah, PJ looking really good. If you want to look at the head-to-head real quick, this was against the Celtics this year. He did have 17 and 7, so beat both his lines, the PRA and the rebounds line. He played 35 minutes in that game. It was a decent amount of a blowout, I guess, if you want to call it that. 28-point game. This was an away game for them as well, and then this was the field goals, 16 attempts, and only made 7, so not like the best shooting night in the world. Also 3 of 9 from 3. So take all that information into account. If you really want to get, again, a little bit more conservative, 4.5 rebounds, Goblin looking really, really good, but the other way would be 18.5 PRA. That's going to be your decision, up to you. I don't even know what I'm going to do at this point yet, but yeah, this is the final slip for the video. All right, so that's going to do it for today's video. Again, we broke down a 4-man play you can use on PrizePicks using that Tatum free square. So if you're not on PrizePicks, again, link is in the description to check out PrizePicks. You can also use code RichPicks when signing up. You're going to get a $100 welcome bonus, so that's fun, $100 right there off the bat. And you're also going to be able to take advantage of this 0.5 Jason Tatum free square. Then we talked about Porzingis and Drew Holiday. Again, if you don't know about Porzingis, if you're iffy about Porzingis, look up Kristaps Porzingis, are you 100% on Google? It's going to come up with a video. Porzingis is grinning, he's smiling, he looks like he's been ready to go for a while, itching to play. But if he is lingered by that injury, you'd have to think he's going to fall back and shoot the three a little bit more rather than banging down low with the big guys. But 1.53s, we broke that down. Comboed it with Drew Holiday. Drew is like literally getting better and better as the season goes on or as the playoffs go on. He's a playoff type guy. That's why the Celtics traded for him. He's a champion, the only champion on the Celtics roster. And again, he's a guy that can assist the ball, slow down the offense, really get things going if some other guys are, kind of wilding out or whatever you want to say there. But Drew Holiday, 4.5 assists. I think he can get it done, and we broke down the hit rate and all that stuff. Then PJ Washington is our last play. I want to take him in his normal line at 5.5 rebounds. Again, that's available on Underdog. I'll be probably playing Underdog using that 5.5 play in a little bit here. But yeah, if you want to take his Goblin at 4.5, I don't mind that. If you want to take a flyer on his Demon at 6.5, I wouldn't call you crazy on that one either. That would boost the payout to 288 if you want to do that. It's just going to depend on what kind of better are you. Are you a little bit riskier and want to take the 6.5? Or are you a little bit more conservative and want to take the 4.5? I wouldn't knock you either way, but I'd probably take the 4.5. Or if you want to do the 18.5 PRA, we broke that down as well. It's one of the best overs for the Mavericks right now on the PrizePicks board, and he did it against the Celtics like we just talked about. So either one of these, it's going to be your decision. The payout's going to shift a little bit depending on what you choose. But yeah, really, really liking all these guys. But yeah, I'm super excited about this game, super excited about this series, of course. I think any NBA fan would be. We got a ton of stars in the finals. We got a ton of good storylines. Kyrie going up against Boston. Porzingis going against the Mavericks, all these different types of things. Is Jason Tatum the star that everyone says he is? Is Luka the best player in the league? Tons of different storylines going on, and it should be a lot of fun. In terms of some leans, how about Jaylen Brown over 25.5 points and assists? He's almost been the most consistent player for the Celtics. He's the guy that sets the tone at the beginning of games, and he's looked incredible. Eastern Conference Finals MVP, not for no reason. Tatum or Brown probably could have got that thing, but Brown again has just been super, super good. He's also hit it in the 2 games against the Mavericks this year. So 25.5 points and assists for Jaylen Brown. I don't mind that. It's not an official video pick, but definitely a lean. In terms of the Mavericks side of things, I have a lean on Luka Doncic just being the guy. Whether it's his points, his rebounds, his assists, I think he could probably do it all. Maybe just take his PRAs. But he's going to get guys into pick and rolls. The Celtics have a great defensive scheme. They have great defensive players, but he's going to get everyone in a pick and roll eventually. They're not going to be able to go over every single screen. And he's going to get Horford on him. He's going to get Porzingis on him. And Luka's going to be able to take advantage of that, whether it's shooting over him, whether it's driving past him, whether it's throwing that alley-oop that he likes to throw. A lot of the other guys I don't have a great reads on. We'll have to see. This is game 1. Don't go too heavy on betting in this game just because it's tough to read. You don't know what their schemes are going to be. But Kyrie, is he going to come out and dominate the Celtics in TD Garden? Is he going to kind of crumble under pressure, or is he going to be mediocre? I don't really know. Lively and Gafford, are they going to be as effective against that, as the Celtics scheme as they were against the Timberwolves and stuff like that? I don't really think so, because they're going to have to guard the three-point line much more than they had to in that Timberwolves series, because Rudy Gobert is a non-factor on the three-point line. So that's interesting to see. But yeah, tons of different stuff to watch out for. Game 1 is going to be incredible. It's going to be in Boston. I'm going to be hopefully watching it at a watch party or something. I'm not going to this game, planning on going to, game 2, maybe even game 5 if it gets there. So excited about the game, obviously, and hopefully you guys had a lot of fun, watching this video, and hopefully you got something out of it. But again, to like the video, subscribe if you are new, and comment something down below. Who do you think's winning this series is what I want you guys to be commenting. But yeah, I'm rambling at this point. I don't think I have anything else to say. If you want to check out the Discord, the link for that is in the description down below. You got to sign up through Club, and then all the links for PrizePicks, Underdog, Chalkboard, my favorite DFS platforms, my favorite tools, they're all in there as well. You're going to get discounts or free squares or whatever it might be, depending on what you're signing up for. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be talking some MLB tomorrow because we're going to have a few days off until game 2. And yeah, I'm super excited to continue to talk sports with you guys every single day. And again, we'll be active in the Discord if you're in there. But if not, I'll see you tomorrow's video. Go Celtics.